Okay, so we're trying to figure out how do you get more deals, how do we make more money, bring more into the business, create content, right? And if that's a solution to it, and obviously you're helping people do that, what would success look like? How would someone know that, hey, I'm doing it right?
Oh gosh, Neil. I wish I wish there
You
was
got
like
to hear first. All right.
I wish it was like this is success.
Take 6.
Yeah. I think the thing is like nobody really knows. And
Yeah.
success for everybody is different. And some people want quality of life, some people want privacy, some people want money, some people want all those things.
But what about just
Like
in
just
terms
in terms of social
of
media.
the media, right?
Yeah,
Because let's just solve that one before
But
we
it's
solve the
true.
rest
It's
of it,
like
right?
like macro level to
Yeah.
to even this micro level.
Because
I think
who
it's
knows
kind
what
of the
we're
same.
shooting for, right? Okay,
Yeah.
now I can.
Like, is it a number of followers, for example?
Yeah.
I would argue that no. If you're really trying to build a community to do business, because I think you do the most business by building a community of people who know you, like you, trust you.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're building a community, yeah, 16,000 followers is better than 6,000 followers. But if it's 16,000 fake followers, if it's 16,000 people who are like, I think you're funny, but I would never do business with you, then that's not going to put dollars in your pocket.
Yeah.
So is it dollars in our pocket that we're trying for? Majority of real estate agents, mortgage brokers would say, yeah, like I want my business to thrive. So then I would say it's not about followers. It's not about how many likes you get on a post. I actually think the beauty comes offline. So it's when you're having conversations with people, when you do get on the phone and someone says, Laura, I'm already following you. Or Laura, we've already connected. Remember that conversation that we had? I DM'd you. Laura, thank you so much. The video that you put out there about XYZ is why I picked up the phone to call you. That's actually the result of all the hard work. It's not what's truly happening in social media. It's what's offline. It's people recognizing you or trusting you, and the rapport was already built before you even got to the table. That's where the true magic happens. So try your best not to get too concerned. And I do this too. Again, like I'm human. Like I'm like, oh shit, man. Like I've been posting for so long, and I only have X amount of followers. I feel like it should be more, but obviously it's not, and it means I'm not providing value. I do think there's a critical point where if you're putting out content every single day consistently for a year and it's still crickets, I would question how charismatic you are on camera. Because there is an ability to like speak to the camera and speak to somebody through the camera to get them to take action. And if you're not capable of doing it, it might not be for you.
Yeah.
And that's okay too. I think recognizing that in yourself. And that's where I would say, well, maybe you're better at audio. Maybe long form podcasts are for you and short form minute TikTok videos are not your thing.
Yeah.
Or perhaps you're a better writer. You know how many amazing writers out there? Like you can have very, very infamous blog posts and pages like that. And I actually write a lot of the blog posts for my team.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of information that you can put in writing, and you can add on all these things that you can't always do in camera and in short form video content that is amazing. And so maybe that's your avenue. Or maybe you're a storyteller through pictures. Or maybe you're a storyteller through drawings. Like it doesn't always have to be the way we think. Every social media person out there is cringing right now if they're listening, because they're like, video is king. Video, you have to be on video. You have to, and I'm just not going to say that, because I think some people, you have to look at yourself and be honest and say, video is not my thing. Yeah.
So what I actually heard there is that by going through producing content, being consistent with it, there's a certain journey there of even learning yourself. You get to find out what's genuine for you.
Yeah, it's all lessons to keep learning and growing. I've tried. So this is funny, a funny story. So we were talking about Jazz. I mean, I hope that your viewers and listeners know who Jazz is by this point. Where he was doing all the content, I was kind of watching and I was seeing it work, like right in front of my eyes, and I was seeing.
Like
him
I'm
do more
hearing even
business.
for you, you're still learning
Yes.
different aspects.
Oh,
that,
100%.
Yeah.
Because this story, it's like, I would see how he would do his content, and he would come with all the energy, and he'd be up front and like, like in your face. And then so he said, Laura, I think you need to start producing content. And so he would say like action, and then I'd be like, and I would even try to speak like him. I would say the same things that he did. I would say it in the same manner that he did, and then I would watch it and I would almost cringe because I was like, who is this person? And he would say, this is not you. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And the reason why I wasn't getting any traction is because I wasn't being authentic.
Yes.
And so at some point, I have to also accept that maybe people are going to like his charisma. Maybe I'm not as charismatic, but maybe the way I tell a story might attract certain people. Like maybe people are watching him and they like the fact that he's Punjabi.
Yeah.
Or his parents are immigrants, or whatever his story. He's going to connect with people on that level.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going to connect with people because I'm a woman, or I was born here, or I don't know how I'm going to connect with people or why I'm going to connect with them, but I'll never know unless I become more myself. And that's a journey. Like becoming more in tune with who I am and being confident with who I am and saying like, I used to I had hair extensions and fake eyelashes when I first started the content because I was scared. I was like, what am I going to look like on camera?
Right.
And quite honestly, over the years, it got exhausting. I don't have time for that shit. Like, I actually am running a business.
I've got to take
I
out
can't
my
do
hair
it.
extensions.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Not that, like, there's anything wrong with it. You look beautiful. I felt I looked better.
Yeah.
But now that I've gotten rid of it all, people are now going to like me for me or not like me for me.
Yeah.
So it's like, when they do like me, I can actually be proud of that because I'm like, yeah, I was actually myself.
Yes.
You know, and that feels good.
Yes. I think that is a secret in all of it, is that oftentimes we walk around this life and we have this projected self that we show to everybody else. And who we are authentically is way back here. And the further out it is, the harder it is to have these interactions, authentic interactions with people. And so if you can rein that projected, keep bringing it in closer, you may not ever get it fully right there, but you get it to a point where now they are interacting with you and they can sense it. Like, people aren't stupid. They can sense, is this person for real?
You're right. That's bang on. And probably the compliment I get the most is like, oh, you seem very genuine.
Yeah.
And that to me is such a huge compliment. It's not you're the most knowledgeable or you've inspired me the most, although that would be wonderful to hear, but you're genuine. You're you. And I generally say to people that if you are producing content for work, don't have like a work page and then your personal page. You need to figure out a way where you can mesh the two. That's not to say you need to showcase every aspect of your life like you would if it was a private page, but you do need to start sharing personal things about you. I think there's a 60-40 rule that I like to work at. So 60% of the time you should be showcasing things about your work, your knowledge, your experience, and then 40% of the time is showcasing other aspects of your life. Because in real estate, most people aren't buying properties for 5 years. For example, every 5 years, there might be a turnover. How am I entertaining or educating them in the meantime? And if it's just real estate all the time, they're gonna be like, well, I don't care about real estate right now. I'm not in the headspace of buying it.
Yeah.
So I try to entertain them with other things or inspire them with other things. I made a post about my IVF journey a couple months ago, and I was so scared to put that out into the world because, it's very private, and who do I think I am to share this kind of stuff? But my goodness, the amount of feedback, positive feedback I got, both online, but mostly offline, like colleagues coming up to me, people like hugging me in the bathroom being like, thank you so much for sharing that. I'm going through it too, and I've told nobody. And it's been unbelievable.
Hey, thanks for watching that video. To see another clip, go here. If you'd like to see the full episode, just click here.